exact symptoms, which is too much debt from the government all the way down to the actual people of the nation. We don't stay up. Most people don't get on the internet and YouTube Greece, what happened there, or France, or UK, or London, or Canada, or Austria, and look at the real estate, what's going on there, how much bubble is created in London, how much bubble is. But very, very soon, all this fake money is just going to disappear because the central bankers, through their fractional reserve lending, has created bubbles, not only, but all over the world, okay? And bubbles from stocks to bonds to real estate, credit, debt bubbles, so on, and students, mostly for making student debt payment, okay? And the crazy thing is, once this crash happens, it's gonna wipe out a lot of people. Who are these people? Smart people that went to college, hardworking mom and dads, okay, that trusted their stockbrokers, trusted these custodians, left their money in their ones and fake paper assets, okay, that was not hard like real estate or gold. Now, when I say real estate, if you're bought in 2007, 2006, 2005, 15, 14, you're going to be upside down in this upcoming crash, okay? But at the same time, it creates a lot of opportunities because investors like myself can go out there in real estate and just take over people's payments. What do I mean by that? Okay, just do creative financing, because so many people are going to be losing their credit, because most people in America live on paycheck to paycheck, so they need credit to live on. That's the civilians, okay? The investors are living off of fake money, just money that the lender give them through their home equity loans, or their line of credit, or their debit card, their credit cards, etc. And when the crash happens, the banks, the lenders are going to take all that, okay? So there's going to be a lot of people defaulting at the commercial side and at the residential side, real estate. Their savings and their equity they thought they had will dissolve and disappear. The money they thought they had in stocks will dissolve and disappear. And so it's going to create a lot of panic. In the news, they're going to say, oh, it's horrible. In the radio, on the TV, the taxi driver, the Uber driver, the pizza delivery guy, they're all going to sing the same tunes, okay? Right now, if you look just a couple of months back or just a couple of years back, everyone's singing how great it is, okay? So the tune's going to change. Now everyone's singing like this, then everyone's going to start singing like this. And when that happens, a lot of people are going to feel very, very motivated, and they're going to feel very desperate. And that's when they'll change. The central bankers, the people that are printing the money behind the curtain, okay, are going to just take everyone's wealth. Just simple as that. They're just going to take everyone's wealth. Now, if you follow me at Mr. No Fluff and you look at my free blogs, I talk about how you could come out on the winning side. Okay, what does that mean? Let's just talk about real estate. What does it mean to come on the winning side of the crash? When everyone starts defaulting, when everyone starts losing their life savings in stocks and other stuff, okay, what's going to happen is that people are willing to just let go of their homes. Okay, let's say it has marginal equity, or has no equity, or has just a little bit equity. Okay, they'll become more motivated. Maybe because they lost their job, maybe the company has downsized, maybe they got a cut pay, or maybe the difficulties and it causes divorces. So whatever the story may be, there's going to cause a lot of motivation. Owners are not going to willing to do stuff they normally wouldn't. Walk away from a home. Okay, let it go to foreclosure. When in a situation like that, I could go find these people, what I call motivated sellers, and create a win-win situation where I help them maybe move, I help them put some money into their pocket, and I just take over their mortgage. Now, why would I want to take over a mortgage that may not have equity, or has marginal equity, or very little equity? Is because it depends on my exit strategy. I'm a sophisticated investor, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this. I'm not one of these, I'm looking for a pill to get rich, right? No, I understand that in the 2006 fourth quarter, when I bought real estate and I just took over people's mortgages, called seller financing, that I wasn't going to become rich the next day or the next month. But the mortgages, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 max, that included the closing and all the money I give to the seller. 6 years later, 7 years later, in 2006, 2017, I sold those same properties that I just put $2,000 or $3,000 to ascertain and cashed out $80,000 on each property as only an equity cash out. Only equity cash out. Not to say that I wasn't making monthly cash flow from each one of those properties, because I was 400, 500 a month. So if you do 6 years of $500 a month, 12 times 6 years, you can see that that big chunk of money is my passive cash flow, plus that big chunk of money that I cashed out per house that I just took over the payments. Okay. Now it was only, I had to wait. It wasn't I took and I instantly lost all this, water weight and then I gained it back. It wasn't nothing like that. It was hard work. I took over these people's payments. I didn't make any money at that time. I had to babysit the property, manage the renters, do a couple of evictions, etc. But at the end of the day, I was the top of the mountain for just a couple of $1,000, where nowhere in the world of America that I know that I can just put a $3,000 in and be in control, which is very, very important to me, instead of letting some, custodian or some, sleazy sales guy, my investor consultant, tell me what I should do with my money when that dude doesn't know shit. He's just having a job, right? I was in total control. I sometimes made mistakes and I had to do evictions because I put the wrong renter in there. But I learned from those, where if I had just had a custodian, they managed my money for me, I wouldn't learn dee-dee-doot, right? So I knew that it was a long-term play. In 2006, fourth quarter, when the market crashed, 2007, 2008, I was buying properties left and right. I was just taking over their payments. Sometimes people would pay me. So listen to this. There were some sellers out there that were sophisticated. They were motivated, not because they were financially motivated. They were psychologically motivated. Maybe they were going through a divorce because of the financial hardship. Maybe they were going through a divorce. Maybe they just didn't want to lose their credit. So many different things. Paying me just to take over their mortgages. Now, there was people that I had to pay to take over their mortgages, not because I had to pay the seller, because they were behind 2 months or 1 month or 3 months, what I call the arrears, or had to pay for the closing because the seller was broke because they just lost everything in the crash. Okay, they lost their whole. I know people that in the crash that lost $400, $1 million. Okay, I know people that almost tried to commit suicide because they lost so much money. So, it's a crazy thing, and I really feel bad for people. And that's why I've been ringing the bells 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017 that the crash is coming, okay? I don't have a crystal ball, but I know it's going to be right around the corner very, very soon. And so when it does, one way that I'm going to make a lot of money in the real estate business, and I teach my students, is that what's called, what I like to call owner financing, where I just take over the seller's payment. Okay, that's one way that I'm going to make a lot of money out of it. If you guys are interested in that, leave a comment, and I'll make some videos for you. I have a lot of videos, or better yet, join the Abundance Club. Okay, we meet every Saturday and we talk about things like this. There's no sales pitches, anything. We meet on a weekly basis. Doesn't matter what state you're in. We do it through technology. Just log in through your phone, through your iPad, or whatever. And we meet, okay, and we talk. There's all kinds of people in there, okay? All right, so let's talk about the second thing, gold. All right, most people in America don't have any gold, dude. Like literally, they don't have diddly dot, okay? If you ask them they have gold, they may have less than 2 or 3 grams. Because most people in America, they've given their gold up in the 1930s, 1928. When the government sees everyone's gold. Okay, so now everyone thinks like gold is just a commodity. No one even thinks about it, that it's not worth anything. But I can tell you this, that gold, you can take it to India, you can take it to Pakistan, you can take it to China, you can take it to Iran. That every country in the world will buy your gold. Okay, it's not like some currency where you have to only certain countries buy it. Every part of the world you can go to that will buy gold. Now, one of the great things with gold is that, for example, an ounce of gold, right? An ounce of gold will have the same value no matter if you're in US dollars or if you're in Indian rupees or if you're in, because inflation proof is because it's the free market that determines the price. Okay, now there's big governments trying to suppress it, and I'm not going to get into that kind of stuff right now, but gold holds value all over the world. All over the world, people will buy it. If you're in Spain, you're in Japan, it doesn't matter. There's people that buy gold. Okay, it's world renowned. It's one of the oldest way to have money, and it's not fake like the fiat that the government and the central bankers print. Okay, fiat causes a lot of problems because it makes you, me, all of us work forever because of inflation. Okay, inflation is a hidden tax. Besides that, it dilutes our money, less and less and less buying power. That's why, like for example, when I went to high school, when I graduated, when I got my first car, a gallon of gas cost me 86 cents. Today, the same gallon of gas costs 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 bucks, depends where you are in the state. Okay, that's because of inflation. Same reason that so many other things are getting more expensive, from like an egg, milk, and so on, because of inflation. So in this next coming crash, inflation is going to be crazy. You know, the possibility of hyperinflation. Now, if you don't know how inflation looks like, well, just get on YouTube and Google. Okay, I come from Iran, and there was inflation when I was just a little kid that was this big. I remember my parents have to wait in line, or them talking to their friends and family. They have to wait in line with like a barrel of money just to get a pound of chicken. Okay, so it's not a joke. A lot of people starve. I mean, it's a very sad situation. And the problem is that we've gone away from gold to printing fake money. And just like the civilians, just like you and me and most people in America and all these other countries, once you get free, where you didn't have to work for it, you didn't have to sweat for it, you didn't have to build the calluses for it, you didn't have to do any of this stuff. Once this stuff happens, it's easy to overspend. It's easy to make mistakes because, you know, it was just given to you. Okay, you didn't have to create it. Okay, and that's what the problem is right now with the world economy, is that we're too much debt based. And so what that does is it allows everyone to consume and consume and consume more than they should, because they haven't done, okay, they haven't gone to the gym to get the results. They're just injecting themselves with some silicone or steroids or whatever it is. They haven't done the work. Same thing in finances. People are just getting the money. They haven't done the work. And so that's why they're going to be feeling these pains coming up. Okay, but it creates great opportunity for you and me, because if you understand real estate, if you understand gold, like the next crash that comes, pretty much I would bet, I've already betted a lot of money into it myself, that gold's going to go up. Okay, because this fake dollars, we're constantly printing. Okay, we're paying for all these wars and killing all these innocent people all over the world, and you know, all these crazy stuff is just coming from just fake money. We're destroying the planet, the trees, the earth, the air. Okay, our kids' future, because of fake money. And so this crash that's going to come is going to create tremendous wealth change, but it's going to create great opportunities for people that are sophisticated, that are willing to run into the fire, because everyone's going to come this way. You got to have the balls and the courage and be a dreamer to go this way in and buy all these assets that's burning up, that people don't want anymore, because like stocks are going to go, real estate's going to go, right? So when it's going, you just got to buy it. That's the time to buy. Okay, and like for me, I feel like that gold is going to go up in price. Okay, I'm going to easily be able to change it up and buy other hard assets. Okay, and I believe that cryptocurrencies, not talking about Bitcoins, is going to go up. Dude, cryptocurrencies is the future of money, world currency in a sense. Now, I'm a big believer of gold, and I'm also a believer of Bitcoin. Okay, something that's decentralized. No country controls it. No country inflates it. No central party in places, we eliminate the stinky bankers for Bitcoin. Now it's kind of like fiat in a sense because it's not really anything, but at the same time there is a cap on how much can be inflated, okay, or how many total amount it is, which causes scarcity, okay, and it does cost energy to do the work to mine and get the Bitcoins or allow the networks to operate. So it's not just like someone runs the printing machine. There's actually a lot of stuff involved in the mining process. But there's a lot of things I like about Bitcoin, and I think it's going to be the future. Not that I think, I know I'm betting against on it, and I'm all in with Bitcoins and gold, okay? And now, in my prediction for Bitcoin is that when the crash comes, that Bitcoin eventually is going to go up. Now, when the crash comes, there's a good possibility that people are going to freak out and sell their Bitcoin, so the price may go down for a second or two. But once people are burned all over the world, okay, like how the banks bailed in and took their savings, or how they lost all that equity they put because of their down payments, all the monthly payments, but the banks took their property, they're going to have a bad taste of the banks in their mouths, okay? Kind of like the Great Depression. When that happens, people are going to then start realizing that there's another solution called Bitcoin that no country controls it. There's no corporation that controls it. It's decentralized, which means that it's kind of like peer-to-peer. Then people all go to that, just like there's people already doing that. People in China, Great Britain, Japan, Iran, they know about Bitcoins, guys, okay? And they're going to get into it. So my prediction for Bitcoin is that it's going to go up in the crash, but it may dip 30%, 50%. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but it's going to go up. And that's why all these stinky bankers are already looking into patenting, if not already patenting, a lot of their things. This is why cars like Ford, BMW, they're already looking into Bitcoin and blockchain for inventory management, all the way to give incentivizes to people for driving good. That's why bankers are creating, that's why the NASDAQ is creating their own cryptocurrency exchange. And the future is going to be that way, okay? No matter what anyone wants, okay? Unfortunately, that's what it is. I hardly believe it. Just like when machine came and the internet came, people didn't believe in the internet. When pagers came and then mobile phones came, people didn't believe in the pagers or the mobile phone. They say that they were both dark, and then only drug dealers would have it. Eventually, everyone has a cell phone now, all over the world, okay? Same thing with internet. When internet came, people thought no one was going to use it, and here we are, guys, talking to each other, okay? What I'm going to do is I've already invested heavily into gold and heavily into Bitcoins, and when the market crashes, I'm going to go around and just pick up properties for free, basically. I'm not going to go to a bank. I don't have to put no money down. Put some money down, but in a sense of down payment to a bank. I don't have to do all these closing costs that a normal title company will charge me, because I'll be in control of the deal. But I am going to get massive cash flow, and I'm going to do everything I can to pick up as many properties, residential and commercial, that I can all over America. Okay, everywhere from Las Vegas to Denver to Dallas to Florida, everywhere I can. Okay, and I'm going to rent these bad boys out and ride. Okay, just like the last crash, and sell them. Now, I might have to ride it longer than the last crash. I bought it in 2006, 2007, 2008, and then I sold them in 2016. So, I waited like 7 to 10 years. Maybe I have to do the same amount. Maybe I have to wait a little bit longer. It doesn't matter, because every property that I'll buy will definitely make me positive cash flow, because all these people are losing their homes and they're going to be renting. So renting is going to go up. The rental market is going to go up. People need a place to live. And so it's going to be a great opportunity. And when my gold goes up like crazy, when everyone loses everything and they want to get into a safe haven, at that time, I'm going to maybe sell a couple of ounces to, rebuild my reserves. I can go out there and invest, because when the crash comes, you will need money, dude. I mean, the more money you have, the better you're going to have opportunity to buy these assets or pennies on the dollar. That's what the central bankers are going to do. They're going to rob everyone's money. Like everyone that bought homes, they put their down payment in, they've been making all the payments. They're going to take back all these properties, dude. Okay. Everyone that put money into stocks and they thought they were making money, they're going to take all those their money, and then even more. People are going to have nothing. So I just realized that that's what happens, and I'm on the side that I'm going to win versus I'm going to lose because I could foresee it coming. I've been just ringing the bell, dude. 2015, 2016, 2017. I've been doing videos since 2017, 2016 to let you guys know it's coming up. So anyways, guys, I hope you find this valuable. If you did, thumbs up. Remember, every Saturday we meet at the Abundance Club Mastermind Group at 10 o'clock. Doesn't matter what state you're in. I have technology. I'll send it to you. You just log in just through your phone, your iPad, your laptop, from the comfort of your home. There's no sales pitches. It's all about how to get you where you want to go. Hustle and bustle, guys. See you.